Long now has mankind looked up to the skies and wondered if we are alone in this universe. Many miraculous things have been spotted all over the world, reported by our militaries, and sparked great debates amongst ourselves. I am here to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, people of Earth, brothers and sisters of all races, all countries, that we are not alone. We have never been alone. That some higher power has sought to spread the gift of life throughout the universe and beyond all comprehension. It is in these times we must learn to love one another. We must not share hate, but joy. We must not inhibit, but we must grow. These beings are our friends. They are our family. They want to help us become better, to see the true potential of mankind. And for maybe one day, we will join them in their voyage to help other beings from other star systems. As shocking as this news may be, it is nothing new. Our governments of the world have known for quite some time that we are not alone in this universe, and we have had contact for many of years, slowly preparing the American public and the publics of the world for such a revelation. We are not alone, and we are about to embark on the greatest journey mankind has ever experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, we have contact.
Welcome, everybody, to, 2022, Dakota. Can you believe it? We're here. The year of many things that's going to happen.
Oh, don't jinx it, brother. Don't jinx it. We lost Betty White New Year's Eve. We don't need no more.
But come on, she was nearly 100. Come on, be admit there. What age was she? 99?
Yeah, she was like 2 weeks away from 100.
But you know that? But I know it'll piss you off, you know. Like you're 2 weeks off of being 100 years old, right? And you die. I want to live to 100. In fact, I want to live over 100. You know? So I hope everyone listening to this tonight is having a brilliant night, guys. What did you think of Dakota's new trailer? Absolutely amazing. I see you changed it a wee bit for the last show we did.
I just made it a little shorter, that's it.
Well, a little shorter, I actually thought it was a wee bit longer. Oh, he's pressed the wrong button, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when he presses the wrong button. Oh dear. He pressed the wrong button.
The aliens got me again.
They did. It's a time vortex. What are you doing, man? You've been missing for 6 months.
Oh, my God. Wait.
But anyway, guys.
You've been letting me pay for this the entire time I'm missing?
Well, it's the least
bastard.
thing I could do. I know. So, guys, listen, I hope I'm coming through clearer now because I've got a new microphone. So one can probably tell Dakota's looking awesome with that behind him. You know? Is he Are you froze again?
Are you froze again?
No. I'm still
I can't even see you on my end.
Can you know? Well, I can see you.
No, it's just a black screen on my end for you, man.
Strange. It's like I'm watching on thing. It says there's nobody watching, but it says there that there's 4 watching. I think there's a lot of problems with what do you call it? StreamYard tonight.
Probably.
I think we've got a few people on Facebook watching us. Nobody on YouTube. But never mind that. Listen, guys, we need to tell you some stuff that's going to happen. Saturday, okay, we are doing a special event, and it's going to be the first day every month. Now, if you've got a channel and you aren't subscribed to us, that's terrible, right? So you come over, subscribe to us, hit that bell, and see the last video of, this video, once it's uploaded, leave a comment below, say, hey, that's your channel, right? And we'll give you free advertisement for the full 2 shows. How does that sound? That sounds brilliant. Plus, we've got a new show coming out, guys. Dakota's worked his little legs off, haven't you? We have got a new show starting next Friday with our lovely both, Sherry and Drew, or Drew and Sherry, however you want to take it. And it's the Lost Magics.
Shall we play the trailer?
Here's the trailer, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll take that as a yes.
Through earth, wind, and fire, it is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow, for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always reach. Lord, now for revival. The Lost Magics has made its arrival.
Smack that thing! What the?
So, what do you think of that, guys? That's a good day. Oh, does he moving me about? What do you think of that, guys? That's the Lost Magics. That Dakota did that himself, and that's Drew and Sherry, and they're going to be talking about. Well, it's on this channel. It's on Bald and Bonkers, and it's on a Friday night. Not this Friday, but next Friday. They're going to be doing tarot card readings. They're going to be doing everything in the Wicca, everything you can possibly imagine, spells, and it's coming to this channel. What is it? What? See this, guys. This is the person that I'm working with.
You seriously can't hear me?
I can't. No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. See, this is your this is my co-host. Sometimes, guys, I wish there was a big red button that said eject. You know, but then what was a day?
Do this.
Look at that. That's terrible.
Well, you said eject.
I know. So anyway, guys, tonight we're going to talk about a few things that's happening around the world. We're going to be talking about the deep sea, you know. We're going to be talking about UFO disclosure and CE5. We now have a CE5 Bald and Bonkers group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need to get, while I'm here, I will search for the CE5 group. Actually, I forgot about that. I need to download the link. So, Dakota, what's new in the UFO community this weather?
Oh. Well, we actually have been getting several concerning reports that there have been a lot more factions showing up.
Right.
There's, in fact, just New Year's Eve, I may have had a escort home by UFO. So
there has been a lot more UFO sightings. There has been, and it's gone off the scale. I mean, last night I seen is it Elon Musk's? I think that must have been what I seen. If it wasn't, it was something else. I mean, it's getting to the point now where everybody's seen them, even during the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to see if I can find the link, guys, for this place share group.
It's one of those things where you can't help but wonder: is something getting ready to happen?
I think something is going to happen. I honestly think, guys, that something is definitely going to happen.
Might be. I don't know.
There is the link in the chat, guys. Now this is a new group that we've set up. It's Bald and Bonkers CE5, and please join. Please share with your friends and family. And if you're into the CE5, please join this, because we're trying to start a community. Basically, we're trying to get this out there, if you know what I'm trying to say, because there's loads of like CE5 stuff on Facebook, but a lot of it is made up. A lot of it's 90% of the stuff I've found on Facebook just by searching is a lot of promotional stuff for other people's channels, right? This is just to do with UFO stuff. Now, we've lost Dakota again, guys. I think he's pressed the wrong button again. But anyway, guys, who is all on tonight? We've got, how many we've got watching? We've got 4 people watching. Come on, say hey in the chat, guys. Tell us who you are. Come on.
Come on, don't be afraid to speak to us.
And of course, we have to remember, too, we've got our amazing listeners in the ether of the podcast world where they can't really see this. You know?
Oh, yes, of course. We cannot forget those of you who listen to the audio version of the podcast. And like always, if you feel you hear something or see something, let us know. Because there's always weird stuff going on.
Yes. We've got some amazing guests coming on, guys, in the next few Saturdays. Obviously, this Saturday, we're doing the thing to help other channels grow. But we're doing a special event next Saturday, which is the Lizzie Borden House. We have a very special guest coming on to talk about Lizzie Borden. And you can ask them questions. You can, put it this way, you can interact with this person, very knowledgeable. Then we've got, who have we all got? We've got lots of people. We've got Smith Paranormal coming on. We've got, oh my God, we're booked out nearly, guys. And if you want to be on this show, please message us because we are nearly booked out for this show. But anyway, guys, do you want to start, Dakota? CE5, what's the latest?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Stephen Greer, he's a real big player in the UFO disclosure movement. He put together a series of protocols. It's all on a convenient little app. You can get it on the iTunes store, the Android store. It's only like $10, real cheap. But I was like, there's some people say, oh, you shouldn't cost money. He's like, well, you know, he's got to make a living somehow, and it helps keep annoying ads off. I
can see his point, right? He's got to make a living somehow, guys, right? I mean, I go to, and I think it's a brilliant app, and I will tell you this, there'll be people out there that'll be like, that stuff doesn't work, that stuff doesn't work. It does, right? Go a nice walk one night, make sure you're with a friend or something like that, make sure you're not alone or whatever, and try it on a clear night. I can guarantee you something will happen. You'll see something.
Oh, easily. And I do believe that, I did just see a notice about this before we came on. Dr. Greer is about to do a conference in the Scottsdale, Arizona area involving CE5. He likes to do these big weekend getaways out in the middle of the desert. And I know Demi Lovato, they went on to one of those and her life has completely been changed around. She's been a lot more open to ETs. She's been popping up in a lot of ghost hunts lately. These things open your mind to things that you will not believe.
Yeah. And guys, could you do us a favor, guys? Could you please share this out? I'm going to post this everywhere. I'm going to post this on. Could you share this out too, Dakota? Have you shared it out? Have you shared it out, my friend?
Oh yeah, we share.
See, you've got to keep remembering him. You see, he's getting old. Well, I'm the old one here. I'm 40, and he's, what are you, 24 or something like that?
Yeah, I'm barely turning 26 in 2 weeks.
See, that's what that is.
Literally, 2 weeks is my birthday.
2 weeks, guys. We're going to have to do something special.
Yes, we actually have a show on my birthday.
Do you? Oh, we'll have to get somebody on to sing "Happy Birthday." Yeah, who could we get for that?
I'll get Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, no problem. We'll see what we can do. But anyway, I mean, the CE5 stuff. As I was saying when you left accidentally, I've been looking at. I've been putting out the link for Bald and Bonkers CE5. See a look at the CE5 guys that's on Facebook right now. 90% of it is only for their personal gain, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was one I went to. I've actually left the group, and it was Dr. Stephen Greer. This Dr. Stephen Greer. This he likes this. He likes that. He likes. He wasn't even. He was not in the group. Dr. Stephen Greer was not in the group. It was nothing to do with Dr. Stephen Greer.
It said in the description of that group that it was a fan page.
I know, a fan page. But
that's what you get for not reading.
But this is the thing. I found multiple ones that I've been to CA5 groups on Facebook, and 90% of them are all a load of rubbish. They're putting out like fake stuff about Dr. Stephen Greer. They've actually made profiles, Dr. Stephen Greer, and they're saying, "Oh yes, come here, come to this channel, come to that channel." That's not him. It's a fake person, and it just shows you that Facebook cannot be trusted, because we all know that fake news.
It's not just Facebook. There was an incident where I had a guy trying to pretend to be me on Twitter.
Yeah, when was that?
I don't know what that was about, but apparently he saw the number of pretty ladies that follow me, so I had to shut that down before something happened.
But see, this is the thing. Seeing the UFO community, the new and YouTube community, right? There is a lot of fakeness out there. I mean, I was watching a video last night. The guy's got like 300,000 subscribers, and he was jumping about with a torch saying, "Oh, the aliens! They've taken me away! The aliens! The aliens!" I mean, some of the graphics that he was showing, you could tell that they were fake. And people believe this stuff, whereas we actually try and explain it in a real terms, and it's madness.
I know, that's one thing I do not get. It's like, yes, there are a lot of controversial topics that the supernatural umbrella as a whole digs into. And we're in talks with guests to try to address certain things that we know are going to ruffle some feathers, but quite frankly, that's the purpose.
Oh, we have got some guests coming on, guys, that, put it this way, are amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have got guests coming on very soon, big names in the UFO and the paranormal field.
Well, here's the thing, and there you can see a lot with a lot of big YouTubers. You familiar with the YouTuber Mr. Beast? All right.
Right.
Okay. He's this big time YouTuber, does all these crazy challenges, buys all these big, expensive, and weird things. Quite frankly, he has the following to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long ago, he did his own version of Squid Games. For those of you who don't know, it's a Korean movie that went on Netflix not too long ago, got real popular, gets real brutal. But essentially, that was one of the most viewed YouTube videos of all time. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of social media platforms are starting to promote.
Yes.
Is nothing original, nothing genuine.
Yeah.
Fakes, imitations.
Yeah, it's right. Let's go into the paranormal side. It's like, let's go into the Warrens, right? The Warrens have a museum where they've got Annabelle and they've got all these other kind of things. But then the movies come out. The Devil Made Me Do That. Then they brought out the Annabelle one. Then they brought out another one, you know. Some of it, 1% of it, was slightly real with Annabelle, right? The rest was rubbish. It was all made up tripe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with the community, the YouTube community and the UFOs now, guys. I know YouTube channels out there that have got hundreds of thousands of followers, right? And they're 100% fake. 100%. They fake it. They absolutely fake it. But there's like, I think people know they fake it, but they think it's real. I mean, I just don't fathom it. I just don't understand it. I mean, we get guests that are real, that have had real experiences that don't get much views at all. And it's madness. It's the same as we've got friends in the paranormal side of things that they like amazing ghost hunting, right? And this is real stuff. This is real, right? But they're not getting the views. It's the fake stuff where you can actually see that they're faking it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's wrong with YouTube. That's why we do a podcast, guys. We've actually got a lot more subscribers on our podcast side. That's why we do this, right? Because it's coming to a point now where everything is getting faked. including the UFO stuff. A lot of the UFO stuff, there's channels out there that are 100% real, and then there's channels that are out there that are 100% fake. Yeah. Dakota?
It's... And it's... You can't even really put words to it, just how ridiculous it is. I mean, look what happened just in this last week. I shared out a little video across all of our pages that I have linked up onto our Hero Post account. All it was an orangutan driving a golf cart around a zoo.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, this monkey had better driving skills than most people.
Yeah.
It was just a fun little video. Yes, there was a little bit of music. Facebook flagged it because of the music.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. We've got a friend, he's got his own channel, and he put a comment last year on a video that he did, that we did. And all he put was really good video, guys. What was it? It was something, and he put the wee picture of an alien, right?
Yeah, it was Brian G. Laverty. He was one of our guests on a previous show. And we even put this show out on Parapost Network. There you go, Brian. There's a little shout out for you. Trust me, he hammers everybody. Right. Anyway, all he did was comment it was 4 or 5 little alien emojis on one of our Facebook's posts. Yeah, that's it. There was nothing derogatory. There was nothing nasty. He got flagged.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And we'll begin into the UFO stuff shortly, guys. But I just want to get this clear to people that Facebook is a platform for fake news, right? All these big corporations like CNN and all these big corporations are a big place for fake news. People, but that's the mainstream media. They wouldn't lie to us. Okay. That's for the people in the podcast community. I'm looking with a mad look in my face there, right? They would lie to us, right? Facebook is notorious for trying to cover things up.
Oh, did you hear the latest little bit about their fact checkers?
No, what's this one?
Their fact checkers aren't actually doing research on the shit they're trying to flag.
To what they're doing?
It's just whether or not they believe something is true.
Right.
If they don't believe it on Facebook's side, they'll flag it.
So basically, they could have, say, religious side of things. Say they could have a Christian guy, really Christian guy on, right? And there could be a post on about something paranormal, and they could go, well, I don't believe in that, and I'm flagging that. Yeah. See what I mean, guys?
You got to remember, the Facebook leaks not too long ago fully admitted that Facebook is purposely trying to antagonize people.
Yes.
Because it knows it brings more people to view to the website. It brings more money into their pockets from the advertising side of things. It's ridiculous.
Because Facebook's starting their new multiverse. Have you heard about that
their
one?
Their metaverse, yeah.
Yeah, their multiverse.
Which is only going to be worse.
It's. Did you know here the latest for Mr. Zuckerberg? I'll just call him that. He's wanting to start his own religion, and did you hear about that?
This is new.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading something about it it was on Facebook, and it's, guys, you have to understand there's 90% of what's on YouTube is fake, and Facebook. I wish we could leave. I honestly wished I could leave Facebook because Facebook is rubbish. And that's why I go through Parapost. Actually, I'm on Parapost because it's at the point now where you post it, right? Say I had to walk out my back tonight and I seen a UFO, right, and it was amazing. I taken a photo of that. I would put that on Facebook, and I bet you when they see, I'd be like shadow banned. Because I posted something the other day there, and I was like, "Why is nobody liking this? I don't understand it." So I've got another account, right? I've got another account on Facebook that I just changed in, and it's a totally different name that I've made up, right? And I went in.
Mike Oxlong?
I went on and
Was he?
onto my profile because I've already friended myself, right? And you see where I posted that post? There was nothing there.
Hmm.
It just says this is unavailable. But to me, it looked like it was there. You know? But to everybody else, this is unavailable.
You know, there's this gentleman I follow. His name is Graham Allen. He's big time conservative, military dad.
Mm-hmm.
He showed a little video where he's going through on the back end of his Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that there was a certain setting, I can't remember what it was, that Facebook, that the second he would leave the page, Facebook would turn it off.
Yes.
And it would be something that would help him get seen by more people.
Yeah.
He go back in, the setting was off. You turn it off, he goes up, he just refreshed the page, it was turned off again.
You see that this is, and people watching this and listening to this on the thing think, oh, what's this to do with UFOs and that? It's got everything to do with UFOs. It's called no letting its secret out, right? This is basically censorship. It's everywhere, guys.
But you got to remember this for the people that may be going like, okay, what are these two idiots going on about? It has been proven that the American CIA and other espionage agencies all over the world, Britain, not as bad, but still happens, they have paid people off, reporters off. They have paid off Facebook.
Yep.
There have been insiders who have fully admitted that Facebook and all these other platforms were taking sides on certain conflicts and covering things up. Unfortunately, the one thing that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the argument of, oh, they shouldn't do that, they're technically a private business. They can do whatever they want, technically.
Yes.
That's how they get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to look at the presidential elections in America with Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
We just need to look at the current state of affairs with the virus with Facebook, right? You post anything saying otherwise and you are history, right? It will only get out, they'll give you so many chances and then they will delete you. And it is the same guys. It is the same guys today with the UFO field. And this is the problem. The government are promoting, and this is really, really pisses me off, is they're promoting fake stuff. Fake. But I have noticed lately, and it's on TV everywhere, and they're taking it seriously. UFOs are coming. These UFOs, we don't know who they are, and they're bad. That's all they're putting out there, and it's programming. Something is going to happen. Who's that in the chat there? Do a green page? We've got Iron City.
Iron City, Claire James. What's up?
Hey guys. Hey guys. We're just saying about how. I mean, right. Let's take some ghost hunters. Right. We are friends with some amazing ghost hunters. There's Iron City, for instance. Right. I've noticed. I know people that have posted stuff on Facebook today with the paranormal. They've caught evidence and it's been flagged. Right. Whereas you'll get one of these big channels, right, that's getting millions of followers, that 100% fake, post stuff and it's fine. Because they're in with the crowd, you see. And they're working with them.
Let's go to another platform, TikTok.
Oh, good God. Ooh. Right.
Yeah. Ooh, it's real bad. There are all these 14, 15-year-old girls. You can tell that they're young. It's not a case of that they just happen to look older. You can tell that they're still in high school. They're openly talking about drugs, sex, wanting to be raped, transported, all this nasty shit.
Yeah.
TikTok's letting them get away with it.
Exactly.
I've seen, there was actually a ghost hunting group that posted this baby shower video. A woman farting out the color kind of dust of the gender of the baby.
Yes.
The woman was fully naked.
Yeah,
it's like, why did you get away with that? I've seen videos of people. There was this one video that took for TikTok forever to take down of a guy blowing his own face off.
Yeah.
And some sick fuckers were hiding it behind a video of cute kittens in order to trick people into watching it.
Right. See, here's the thing, right? This is what we're going to have to talk about here. As I'm not going to mention who they are, right? Let's look at the movie industry, right? Who runs it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we mentioned the name, the Illuminati, whoever want to call them, whoever they are, they run their own Hollywood, they run it, right? And this is all what they're putting out right now, is they're putting out hatred and they're putting out false news, right? This is all the day. And I don't care if you are watching this or you are listening to this. I don't particularly care because you don't own me, right? Now, this is what they're doing. And these are the people that run Facebook. These are the people that run YouTube. These are the people that run the system where everybody uploads stuff. See, if we had to stick by their system and start doing stuff like they want, we would be a huge channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with the UFO stuff, guys. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Look, we know we've got friends, we've got people that get contacted by aliens, we've got people that have met them. All of them are no bad, right? This is what we have to try and put out there. These entities, whoever they are, whatever they're for, yes, there is bad ones, like humans. There's bad ones, right? But you must understand that the government are up to something, right? That's all that's on TV now, right? All the films about aliens right now, they're bad, they're coming to get us. Or the alien needs to be saved for the bad ones, right? Bad, 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 bad. The aliens that are coming, they're bad. There's aliens are real, they're bad. That's all they're putting out is they're bad, right? It's the same with kids' toys. Aliens, they're all bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all by design. They're going to do something. They are going to do something this year or next year. They're going to do something. They're going to pull something off. Talking about alien event, right? Who's that mystic, Dakota, that predicted in 2022 aliens would invade the Earth? And she's been right about a lot of stuff. She's dead now. Is it Baba? Or Baba? You can who I'm talking about. Ending the chat. But
if someone in the chat knows the name,
I can't remember.
Feel free to share. But yeah, there's
something going on, guys, because the government. It's there. Thank you, Drew Moule.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Hold on. Your brother's being a shit.
Oh, right. That's good. I know who you're talking about. I never read you there. Can't see very good. I'll look it up myself in Google. But they are. Do you know? Think the society is getting prepared for something.
All right, you gotta remember something here, okay? There have been several movies. There's this one named Paul, right? Mm-hmm. Simon Pegg, that other big guy that he's in a lot of movies with, even says in the movie that ever since the Roswell incident, the image of ET contact has been slowly drip-fed into society through media, so that in the event that our two species meet, we don't freak out. You go on to CIA classified documents, the FBI archives, some of the very first reports that you can pull up, the very first pages, say that yes, they are. Some of them are operated by sentient life. Yes, they have severe weapons, unlike anything we've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are here. They are living among us. They look like us.
Yeah.
They don't want to cause a war. They want to work with us to maybe help us. But if we try to start a fight with them, we will lose. These are reports that came out in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So think about it.
Yeah.
Let's put it in a different spin. In that time frame, if all of a sudden the dynamic is changing from, oh, yeah, they exist, but they're not here to hurt us, to, they're bad, they're really, really bad. Did we do something to piss them off?
See, here's this is my theory, right? This is what I think it is. I think the aliens are good, right? Yes, there is the greys, they're bad, right? But there is, and the reptilians, right? But there is good ones, right? And the good ones want to free Earth. They want to make the Earth free. Clean energy, no more war, no more famine. You see where I'm going here with this, right? But the people in charge of this world don't want that. They want their money. They want war. They want famine, because all of this keeps them in power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Can you imagine what would happen if aliens from a different solar system came here, landed, and said, right, listen, we're going to cure cancer, we're going to cure illnesses, we're going to give you a new form of technology, it'll allow you to travel among the stars like we do. One day you can join us, you don't need money anymore, we'll show you how to cure everything and make food really easily, right? All these trillionaires and billionaires would go bust within hours, right? They would. What does a billionaire fear? What does a billionaire fear? Waking up one morning and he's becoming a millionaire. What do millionaires fear? Becoming normal, right? Can you imagine they go to their bed one night, wake up to an alien event where they've come to save us, and the financial system collapses, and all that money that they had in the banks is worthless. Their power's gone. And this is where the Illuminati come in, because the Illuminati have been controlling the world. I mean, there's talk about different cards that everything's been planned, guys, like World War I, World War II, even World War III. A lot of people think we're in World War III right now. It was just waiting for it to totally kick off, you know? I mean, what is the last card to be played, Dakota? Is it an alien invasion? So as a fake alien invasion, so as we can all be made into one world government, so as we can, unite to fight the alien menace, And as my brother says there, David Icke, he's quite an interesting person to go to. You ever, David Icke?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Werner von Braun.
Oh,
he was one that told a lot of those lines and the thing is, he was a big player when it came to NASA. He helped get the Apollo mission started. Obviously, he was a smart man, a corrupt man, who was forgiven a lot of war crimes because he had valuable knowledge that we wanted, which is exactly what the government has done for years, and they still do it to these days.
The thing about Werner von Braun, right? Everybody hails him as a hero for the space industry. People don't realize what that guy actually did. What that guy actually did to the Jews in his command. He worked them to death, building his rockets. And he's like, oh, it was nothing to do with me. Anna had no part in it. He had no part in it. He was running the factories, building those V2 rockets, right? He could have made sure they get beds. He could have made sure they get fed. He could have made sure they get a health system. But no, when they drop down dead, they just get replaced. And he got repaid. Oh, come on to America. We'll give you everything you want. You give us all your secrets.
There's another thing you got to remember. When it came to disclosing what the government truly has planned for the world, and these are events that are sometimes planned centuries in advance, it certainly makes you wonder how they would be so confident to plan that far ahead. But reportedly, whenever von Braun started talking about the fake alien invasion, he would start laughing like the Joker.
Yeah.
It was my understanding he had a few bits of the drink in him when he said it, but
you've got to remember he worked with top Nazis, right? And the Nazis were into UFOs. The Nazis, oh my good God, the Nazi Bell the Nazi UFO program, right? Today, all that's somewhere in some vault. Someone's got the keys to that, and I can guarantee it's probably the US government that's got the keys to that, right? Because let's face it, the US government is one of the most powerful in the world, right?
Governments of the world, isn't it pretty much illegal through most of the allied nations that you cannot be in possession of Nazi memorabilia?
Yeah, but
anything that was actually, let me rephrase, basically anything that the Nazis actually had possession of, gold, old artifacts, anything they kept for themselves, and if you were to somehow get a hold of it, you could actually go to prison.
Right, but we're talking about the US government here. Right,
that's the thing.
CIA,
it's not
the
just
NSA,
the US government.
I know it's the Russian government and it's the British government.
US is one of the big players, yes.
Yeah.
But this is not just in the US.
No, it's the Britain, it's in the United Kingdom, because we gave Nazis basically amnesty after the war, as long as they showed us their secrets. You know, it makes you wonder. I mean, I watched an interesting about Hitler, right? And about how they say he shot himself. And I don't think he did shoot himself. I think he did go to South America. And I think the CIA knew that. Yeah. I think the CIA knew that.
Oh, no, they did.
They knew. Now, I think there's two possibilities here. I think he brokered the deal with them, right? So as the one they get him. He's gave them something. He's gave them some type of technology that he got for somewhere.
There's no extradition treaty with Argentina.
Yes, I know
That's
that.
why they went there.
But it's not just I know that. But they could have easily sent an assassin to get him. Right?
Okay, there are actual CIA documents that confirmed that they knew that there were parts of the Third Reich that made it to Argentina.
Of course there was.
And they were fairly certain that Hitler was among them. And there were locals in the area that said there was one guy who had a bit of a German accent who was a total dick.
Yeah, it's probably Hitler. It probably was Hitler. I mean, you think about all that Nazi technology. They say they had UFOs, the Nazi bells, and that. What year was it? Was it 1950 or was it 1960 that the bell crashed in the United States? And the Nazis, they were in the war. They were like they were obviously space travel, but they were also dabbling in time. And it's actually predicted that Nazi bell was the one that crashed in the United States in the 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was to do with the Nazis. Who's this in the chat? Drew's paranormal vlog. Welcome, Drew.
Late as ever. Oh, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, Drew, we were playing your trailer for your new show next Friday.
Yeah.
But right. Here's an interesting place everybody likes to talk about, ladies and gentlemen: Antarctica. When you go to Dakota.
Yes. Allegedly, as speaking of Antarctica, we're about to get some big news out of there.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing
that there's been structures found from an intelligent civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're not necessarily saying alien. We'll make that disclaimer right now.
No. It's because the ice caps are melting.
But you also got to realize there was a point where Antarctica was purely jungle.
Yes, it was tropical.
So, and the facts behind human history, science, they're always changing as we find more information. So who's to say there's some sort of lost civilization that we have never known about hiding under that ice, just waiting to be thought out.
I think there's a lot of stuff in Antarctica. I think there is a lot because there's too many famous people being there for weird reasons to the middle of nowhere for weird reasons. And can you remember when the is it the Fitbit it's called? It's that thing that you wear on your wrist. You know what I'm talking about? Can you remember that with the US military? That was actually it's you could get in and you can still see it today. and there's a bit of Antarctica and there's nothing. And I mean nothing, right? For miles, hundreds of miles in the other days. But you can actually see the data. There's like US military, and you can see people have been walking about, right? And there's nothing there. And they think it's some type of underground facility.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been inside there and they've been walking about, and this has been tracking them. And oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine what's hidden there? I mean, there's meant to be pyramids in Antarctica. Of course, there's meant to be also the tunnel to the center of the Earth too. Is there no? It's meant to be the inner Earth is meant to be in Antarctica.
One of the entrances to Agartha.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder. Did they know the people whoever they were that colonized Antarctica before it was Antarctica? They're like, oh no, a sophisticated society. And listen, there's like a winter coming, and it's going to get really cold here. People are all going to die, right? Let's build a city under the ground, and that's what they did. That's what they did, and that was a civilization.
Well, when you think about it, there's a lot of exoplanets that we've been looking at for possible colonization for scientific missions, where they say a lot of the best places to look to try set up shop, basically. Yeah. Either figure out a way to stay in the atmosphere, or, and this is sometimes referred to, this is sometimes a survival method, say like if you're in a bomb blast or severe weather. It's like you get a severe enough storm, like a tornado, hurricane. Where do they usually say you should try to go?
Underground.
Underground?
I mean, look at all the ancient cities in the deserts in Syria and stuff like that. There's cities, there's whole towns that are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I mean, like 5,000, 6,000 years old, built into the side of the mountains. And when you get inside them, there's like big doors that could actually close, and they're made out of solid stone as if it's like a bunker. Was that like a bunker? You know what I'm talking about, Dakota? It's built into the side of the mountain, and the doors are actually these big round stones that could have been rolled in front of the exit, like a bunker system. Was there a war? Was there something?
Now that's one of those things. And that's a lot of where the ancient alien theory tries to make the argument that, oh, these guys couldn't have done it. You know, we can't do that today. Humans aren't necessarily a dumb species.
No.
We've been able to do stuff, pretty magnificent stuff with a lot less technology.
Look at the pyramids. Look at the pyramids. I mean, look at the pyramids.
You know, they've actually found like workers' camps around the pyramids, right?
Yeah.
People, basically, they lived on site. They were pretty well treated, but they also say that the pyramids were built from the top down.
Wow.
Which makes you wonder if all the chambers are in there. That takes some serious planning.
It makes you wonder, is that just the tips of the pyramids we can see?
There's also been parts of history where Egypt and the Sahara Desert were actually jungle.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I mean, the thing that amazes me, right? Everybody says it was slaves that built, right? A lot of slaves, and I'm talking lots, millions, right? They built the pyramids. Come on, they're perfect. They march up with the stars in the skies. They're perfect. Down to a down to a millimeter. They're not a millimeter. They're perfect. I mean, and they say that they're using stones and rope to build this. It must have taken quite a few people.
There's a lot of human history that's lost because we didn't know how to write. Yeah. There's a lot of human history that's lost simply because we got lazy.
Yeah.
And we make the assumptions based on what we're able to do today on their ability.
Yeah.
They may have been able to fight off an alien invasion years ago with stones and sticks.
Yeah.
That we wouldn't be able to fight off today. Just because they had the balls to actually do it.
Here's a thought, right? What happens if, right, there was extraterrestrials present when the pyramids were getting built, the overseers, right? Yes, they did use slaves. Yes, they did use ropes and stuff like that. But there was people or entities, whoever they were there, right? And they were so intelligent, they knew exactly how to build that perfect. Yes, it was done with slaves and stuff, but I mean, they even say that the pyramids are actually older than people think they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating. What's this in the chat? What's this dark goo? What's your thoughts on the dark goo, Dakota?
Now, are we talking like the dark goo the engineers would spray out in the Prometheus movies?
No, I think it's the dark goo it's the kind of alien stuff that was invented here. Well, I'll relate in the chat. Get what you want.
Yeah,
what's that? Apparently
dark
discovered
goo.
is not sure it was a chamber in a chamber. Well, see, that's the thing, right? That is the thing. At the thing where low the pyramids, there was mercury, large quantities of mercury, right? And this is the other thing that I can't get fathom my head around, right? See all the dark chambers in the pyramids, right? Obviously, they've been made, right? Obviously, they had to go down them. What happens when you burn a torch? When you get a bit of wood and you put stuff on it, and you set it in fire, and you walk into a tunnel, what happens? The soot sticks to the ceiling, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's none of that in any of the chambers. Not one single cave anywhere in Egypt, right? So how did they light the tunnels? How did they light them?
Oh,
then it brings in the acid battery thing, and there's the hieroglyphics with the big looks like a big light bulb and stuff like that. I mean,
there's also been found that they've figured out how to direct sunlight into the structures.
Yes,
I did an archaeology course, and they made it to where no matter what time during the day, as long as there was daylight, there would be enough light to go through and light up the place. They were able to be pretty smart about using reflections and things like that.
What was mined in the Middle East? What was the big thousands and thousands of years ago? What was the main thing that was mined?
Oh,
come on! I've just mentioned it, man.
Try and go for mercury again?
Yes, mercury. The Middle East was famous for mercury mines, right? They were everywhere. They were mined mercury, right? The pyramids, there's been mercury found everywhere, right? What's mercury used for? Yeah, you can make fillings with it, right? We know that. Yes, we know it's poisonous, right? But we don't know its true potential because there's theories that you can actually make anti-gravity devices with it, right? So what happens if these were just fueling stations or refineries for mercury? Then they left, and then the people that were left over 500 years later thought, can you do something? We could bury our dead in there.
Well, here's another angle. Who's to say, and there's actually all the hieroglyphics from Egypt that say that some of the pharaohs had these thoughts, that they realized that was a part of how those craft are built. And it's not necessarily theory. We have craft built today utilized by our militaries that use nuclear Mercury-based engines.
Yes.
So who's to say they didn't realize, okay, this shiny liquidy stuff, the gods use that, maybe we can use it too.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just Egypt. I mean, there's places around this world, let's take India, for instance. Oh my good God. There's hieroglyphics in India where people look like they're sitting at computers, and South America. There's pyramids in South America. There's pyramids everywhere around the world. There's actually, you can look this up, guys. Is it Croatia? It's somewhere in Europe. They've actually found pyramids, right? Thousands. I'm going back. I would say maybe 20,000 years ago, there was an advanced civilization on this world. right? Something happened. Something destroyed them, right? They've either went underground or they went under the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, yes, there is alien life, and yes, the aliens are visiting us and stuff like that, but I do think that the people are originally from here. The highly advanced ones are among us right now. And I do think a lot of them, you've probably seen them on TV. You probably know them. See, this is the thing. They're controlling this world. What's that? My mum had a pen that the ink turned to a mercury bulb. It used to play with it. Maybe ate some. That's very crazy. They used to put mercury in. Why was that? Robert Haynes blocked there.
It's spam bot.
Oh, spam bots. Spam somebody else. Go and spam the fake channels.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see them on the fake channels, you know.
No, they only target smaller channels for some reason.
Strange that, isn't it? You know. But guys, it's been a great night tonight, hasn't it? It's been a good night. This Saturday coming, guys, please come, because we're going to give you free advertisement for your channels. We're going to try and get your channels up there, get the people subscribed to them. And all you need to do is give us a subscribe and leave a comment below, and we will give you a shout out in the show. And then we have the new show with Drew and Sherry next Friday. You want to play that trailer one more time for them?
Oh, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and play it. I just thought I broke my chair.
Through earth, wind, and fire, it is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow, for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always reach. Lord, now for revival. The lost magic says made its arrival.
I must admit, it's a good trailer, that, isn't it?
Oh, I thank you.
You're welcome. So, guys, look, there's Drew's Paranormal Vlog. She's all happy. She's one of the people that you will see next Friday with Sherry from Paranormal World Investigators. And, guys, sadly, we need to go because this is only an hour long on a Wednesday. But Saturday, we might stay on a little longer.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we've got a lot of really interesting shows lined up. We've actually got a really few interesting guests. Dakota, do you know any guests that might be coming on?
Well, I do. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, see, that's terrible. Can you not give us a clue?
Oh, yeah. We talked a lot of shit about him on air.
Did they? That's right. We did.
So if we go missing,
yeah,
you'll know where to start, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, if we go missing, please send all your donations to the charity for Chris and Dakota. I'm sure Sherry and Drew's Paranormal will look after it and make sure there's a monument to us both. You know?
Yeah, two shiny heads that look suspiciously like Dolly. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Look, I can't help it if I'm handsome, you know. Right.
Yeah, it's nothing but your accent. Even Drew was saying that the other night.
Oh, hey, the new there, Jimmy. You know. What's that? Happy rest period, genuine new witchy season soon. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, guys. See, I used to do a show called The Witching Hour on this channel before we turned it into Bald and Bonkers. So this is the new one. This is going to be the best tarot card readings, and it's going to be magic. Everything witchy, you will find it here.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, catch you later, guys.
All right, you take care now. Happy New Year, everyone. It's going to be interesting. Let's just say that.
Oh, yes. Very.